Hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Random Generator. In this video, I will be showing you how to clone your hard drives. So, as you can see, I have a few things laid up on my desk here, and let's go over those real quick. Basically, I have SATA to USB converter right there. It's basically an external case. Then I got M.2 to SATA converter and a M.2 SSD drive. So, why do we need all of those stuff? Well, actually you don't. If your PC has like two M.2 slots, then you can pop this into your PC and you are ready to go basically. But mine has a one M.2 drive, so I will be choosing that approach. Also, you can just use those two and connect this to a SATA drive on your computer. That way you can get a faster transfer rate. But using the USB version is much more convenient for me. So, I'm currently saying all of those for M.2 drive, but this can also be applied to the basically almost any drive, except the drives that require a large amount of power. For instance, those big hard drives are not going to work via USB because they draw too much power. So anyway, now let's look at how we can do that. As you can see, my M.2 drive is now fully connected to the converter, but I've encountered an issue. And that is my M.2 drive is actually larger than the enclosure length, so I had to tear down the enclosure and fit it externally. So if you don't want to do some janky stuff like that, be sure to check your M.2 drive's length before purchasing a converter enclosure. So anyway, now I've done that and it actually works. We are back on desktop and I've actually made a change. And that change is I ditched the USB adapter and I connect my drive to my PC via SATA port. That way we can achieve greater speeds. Anyway, now let's look at how do we make the cloning operation. To make the cloning operation, I will be using a program named EaseUS. And let's just open that up. It's actually a paid program, but we will be using its trial version. And I've actually tested few other programs, and every time I made attempts on using another programs, I'll get a boot error, and this is the single program that I haven't got any errors. So that's the reason why I will be using them. And also I just delete anyways after the operation, so it doesn't a big deal. So once that opens up, as you can see, we get this window, and inside there we just open the sidebar and hit system clone. That way it will detect our basically the drive that has the operating system, and all we had to do is choose the target drive. In my case, I've actually cloned my previous drive, so for demonstration's sake I will be choosing my old SSD, which is this one. So I just hit hard disk 1, and before I hit proceed I will choose advanced options. There we can make optimize for SSD selection, and if you want to basically transfer everything, you need to select sector by sector clone. But be aware that this sector by sector clone actually transferred bad sectors as well. And in addition to all of those, obviously the page and hibernation files are also transferred, but I don't need those anyway, so I won't be choosing that. Then we hit OK and click proceed. It will open up a warning that we don't have enough space on our drive because it's actually filled with my old OS. So if we hit continue, it will wipe and erase all the data on this drive and overwrite our current operating system on top of that. So we just hit continue and it will start the operation. And I'm just hit cancel, but once that's done, you can actually just unplug your old drive, then plug your new drive in, and you can just boot from there. If your computer does not boot from the drive that you plugged in, all you have to do is go into your BIOS, and as for the boot drive, select your drive that you cloned your data and operating system into. So as you can see, it's a not very complicated process, but it may actually turn into a frustration process if you use some alternative programs. and that's basically the easiest version of cloning the drive I think so far. So anyway, that's basically it for this video, and I hope you liked it. If that is the case, please make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing. See you next time. Take care.